Hey guys, Sonda here doing another audio commentary, and today I'm going to bring you Game 2 of the Pro League matchup between SK Telecom and NBC Game Hero. And SK Telecom actually took Game 1 thanks to Kanata and his crazy TVT skills. But I'm going to bring you Game 2 now, and Game 2 is between Midas and Light. And Midas is from SK Telecom and Light is from NBC Game Hero. Midas, very strong Terran, used to be known as one of the best Terran players around. Maybe not so much now, but definitely still has his his Terran game. Sorry, tongue twister there. So this is a TVT matchup, Midas versus Light, and this is actually going to be played on Othello. So I'm pretty excited about this, and I've actually been gone on vacation for a while, and when I came back, I've been back for let's say 5 or 6 days or whatever. And I've only had time to do dual and triple commentaries, so I haven't been able to fit single commentaries in. So this is my first single commentary in about a month or so. So I'm pretty excited about this because this is the first time that I won't have to share my talking. I'm having a lot of fun with dual and triple commentaries though, and it's fun to try them out. So both players are adjusting their settings and getting them just like they would be in practice. In Game 1, I actually did a triple commentary with myself, Jotek, and Asterisk. So definitely check that out. That's one of the better triple commentaries we've had or whatever. That's the first one I've done a triple commentary with Asterisk and Jotek, so that was our first one. So check us out, give us tips and stuff. But this today is a single commentary, so I'm going to start focusing on the game. So in just a second, I'll be able to tell you where the players are spawning. So yeah, Midas will be in the upper right hand corner and Light will be in the bottom right hand corner. So not cross position, so this will be a quicker game compared to if they were cross positions. Othello, the spawning points for Othello are the 4 corners off-centered. Some people don't like it, but I'm a big fan of it. I think it makes for some really fun and exciting games. So Midas, a strong Terran player, so I'm gonna just give the advantage to him just because I don't know Light too much. So Midas is in the green and Light is in the red. Okay, so I don't expect to be seeing any kind of cheese because they haven't already sent an SCV out. So both players are going to play this pretty standardly. There's a couple signs, and sorry again because I cannot help you with it. I can't help you out with those at all. So now the supply depot is going up for both players. And notice the positioning of the supply depot. This is to say if there was an early kind of rush, maybe not so much a TVT, but if there was an early kind of rush, you can actually micro your Marines around the building because that is the kind of micro you do with Marines. But Midas is actually putting his supply depot up behind the minerals, and this is to make so your SCVs don't mine behind the crystal patch, so make more efficient crystal mining, and to also make it so it kind of traps in the SCV behind the mineral line. So a barracks is going up for outside of Light's base. Light is making a barracks outside of his base, so he's going to be putting on some early Marine pressure. Then if it doesn't work, he can easily float it back and not find himself too far behind. Maybe Light doesn't trust his TVT play. I'm not exactly sure how good either of these players is at TVT. I know Midas is a decent Terran versus Terran player, but I'm not exactly sure how good Light is at his TVT. But so maybe he feels he needs to put on pressure and maybe get an easy win that way if he can catch Midas off guard. So Midas decides to put his barracks up in his base. So Light is going to be scouting in the wrong direction, the first choice. So it's important that Midas does scout this this barracks outside of Light's base before too long, so he's not caught completely off guard and he can tell when the push is coming. And I'm definitely seeing a lot of Midas fans in the crowd. I haven't seen one Light fan, so I don't know a lot about Light, so I can't help you out with that. So now both players are putting up their factory, and Light's putting his factory right outside his barracks, right by his barracks, outside his base. So Light is definitely going for some kind of cheese. some kind of aggressive opening. So now the Marine and the SCV are going to battle out, but the Marine obviously is going to be able to walk back, so the SCV is going to be required to come back. So Midas should be expecting that there is some kind of cheese just because how quick the Marine is at his base. So Midas has put a Marine on his ramp to give him that advantage. He's probably going to stick SCVs in front of the ramp, in front of the Marines on the ramp, so the SCVs take the damage while the Marines can beat them. So the factory is going to go up for Midas in a couple seconds here. So now we are seeing a starport, so we could easily be seeing some wraiths here from Light. So Light is definitely going for a cheesy build. So yeah, so Midas is getting up his starport, so it's either we could be seeing drops or we could be seeing wraiths. So now the barracks is floating over. Midas is bringing his barracks out and floating for some extra scouting information, and now Light is going to be coming for a push. So it's important that Midas gets more SCVs on his ramp. So Midas has enough Marines, but that he's going to lose that Marine. So Midas is going to find himself in trouble here because the two Marines. So it's important that Light moves back that Marine. He does pick up the SCV. So wow, so a Marine and Vulture is all that Light has to do some damage to the base, but he makes in the Vulture, so that Vulture's going to be able to micro around and get some easy SCV kills. So Light is going to be able to get some early harassment. It's important that he keeps that SCV alive, but now Midas has a Vulture of his own, so he's going to kill that. So it's going to come down to all-out Vulture micro. So Midas is not going to hold this off perfectly. He's going to lose he's going to lose a few SCVs, so he's going to put himself a little behind, but he's not going to, like, it's not going to be GG here by any means or whatever. So now the Vultures are chasing them around. Light is going for some SCV kills while Midas is trying to kill his Vulture. So he's repairing his own Vulture. So this is now that Vulture for Light will go down. So Light may be getting a little economic lead, but nothing too big. So we are seeing a control tower. So yes, we are going to be seeing drops from Light, and now both players. Now Light is going to be putting his factory and his barracks back inside his base because he doesn't they're not safe out there past the beginning of the game. So, and Midas is going for the race, and so both players are going to be going for the race. And wow, I keep getting this mixed up. My bad. Sorry. So both players are going for a race.